Hello everyone, this is Erica again. This is my second blog tonight. This is blog number 30. Y'all already know I like to touch on topics everybody doesn't always want to talk about. So tonight I want to talk about women who are on the down low because a lot of people feel like it's just men and they just give these men such hell about it. Um, First of all, I want to say go subscribe. Hold on, let me reposition. Okay. Go subscribe to my blog, to my channel, and then go see my website, www.thefemme.yolasite.com. Now that we've got that out the way, you can also be directed to the new page, www.the-femme.com. Either one, it'll still come up. So the Femme is a little easier. Anyways, um, so like I said, this blog is going to be about women that are on the down low. So this is number 30, Confessions of a Femme, Women on the DL. Um, okay, this is kind of a wide topic, so I'll try to narrow it down pretty quick here. A lot of people don't realize how many women are on the DL. And when I say the DL, I don't mean they get drunk and go kiss another girl. That's a hookup. That's a freako. um, when I say DL, I mean have a whole relationship or like a whole nother life with a woman, and then they have like the husband and the kids and the PTA meetings and all this stuff too, and nobody has any idea. We usually hear about men that do it, but there's a lot of women that do it, and they have different reasons. Some women are just greedy, I think. Maybe they're bisexual and they're just carrying on two relationships. And cheating isn't cool, regardless of who you're dating, whether you're straight or gay or asexual or whatever. Cheating's not cool. So if you're bisexual and you're carrying on this secret relationship with this woman and then you have this husband too, that's wrong. You're wrong for that. Um, then it's like you have some women who are on the down low because they're really, they're in the closet and they're not really necessarily on the down low. There's more so in the closet. And they, fell in love with another woman and they finally see who they really are, they finally get to see themselves and get a taste of this life, but maybe it's too late. Maybe they already have kids and maybe they feel like it's too much to undo. They don't want to disappoint this person or let the kids down and undo this marriage and break this person's heart and, break ties with their families and things like that. That's a lot to ask somebody to undo, you know. Um, and those are, sometimes women that come out later in life. Um, and, it happens. It does. It happens. Uh, it's easier now for people to come out, I think, than it was 20 or 30 years ago because the older generation has done so much for us as a younger LGBT group. So, we appreciate it and it's easier for us. Unfortunately, there's a lot of older people who, um, they came out later on or whatever. They didn't feel like they had the opportunity. They didn't have YouTube to go to and whatnot. Um, so another issue while some women are on the DL is because they're simply they don't want to, they're scared and not to lose things, but they're confused. They're confused about their sexuality. They're scared to say, I'm a lesbian. So they just carry it on. And those usually end like, after years or months or whatever, it ends. And somebody gets their heart broken. And that's about it. Usually the gay party, you know. But there's all kinds of different reasons why people are on the down low, men and women. Um, Also, there are a lot of women who are on the down low because of uh, reasons for their jobs, say like if they're in the military, or if they're teachers, or if they're any type of position, political position or anything, around their city or around their state. That people, I mean, I hate to say it, people can say they're not homophobic, but they are. And so you kind of have to walk on eggshells sometimes to get where you want in life, and it's sad because like I say all the time, that's just my sexuality. That's it, you know. So anyway, to anybody who has any questions about women being on the down low, I hope that explains some things. It's different reasons. Some women are just greedy and they just want to just have both, and some are just they scared to come out. Others, they don't know. They don't even know what they're doing. They just go along with it. Feels good at the time. It happens, but I hope that gives a little bit of insight to anybody who had any questions about it. Don't forget to go to my website, www.thefemme. Remember, there's a dash between the and femme.com. Go subscribe. Thanks.